Good afternoon, ladies. It is so lovely to see you. As you know, I'm Chris Eaglin. I'm the Executive Director of Even Ground, an organization that supports childhood health and education programs in South Africa. I'm really, really fortunate to be here with you ladies from Brave Girl Rock. And I would love for you all to introduce yourselves and tell me a little bit about the project that you do. So today we have Kelly, Leanne, Audrey, and Aman. And ladies, if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me, what you do with Brave Girl.
Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Leanne. I'm 20 years old and I've been a part of Brave Rockle for nearly 10 years now. And I'm currently a mentor to our junior ages 10 to 14. I basically just mentor these girls about the daily challenges they face in their communities and most importantly around safety and encouraging them to pursue something in life. And Brave Rock Girl inspires and empowers young girls to become future leaders through travel, adventure, journalism, photography, and yeah, just exploring the world.
Great.
Hi everyone, I'm Audrey and I'm also 20 years old and I'm a part of Brave and I've been a part of Brave for 7 years now. And I've started working with Brave because I've always had a passion for community work and I always wanted to give back to my community. And what I do is I'm into as Leanne and teach them about educational things as well. And we also have a blog page where we write about stories of junior girls. So that's what I'm basically taking over, taking care of, like having stories every week to post about the junior girls, having them to share these stories online. And a part of Brave, I'm also a tour guide, so I do part-time tour guiding in Cape Town. So yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Kelly, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hey, hello, I'm Kelly, and I'm also one of the founding members of Brave. So I basically also work alongside Audrey and my other colleague. So just like what makes me happy is seeing how these girls arrive at the workshops every week, and just like being there to spend some time with them, and just also try to get them to where we are today. Makes me the most happiest person.
Oh, great. Great. Fantastic. And Aman, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you came to Brave.
My name is Aman and I'm 18 years old. I am currently an intern at Brave and I've been with Brave for about 7 years now. Um, I'm a part-time student at the African Leadership Academy and I have to say that I wouldn't be here without Brave because Brave introduced me to the school and even got me like they not got me there but like Brave helped me a lot to get where I am today. I'm also a mentor of Brave, and I have a group of girls that come every week as well. They come every week to the workshops, and they listen to be enjoying everything that goes on.
Fantastic. So, Brave is this fantastic program where, peer-to-peer mentorship happens in really tough places in Cape Town, right? And you exclusively work with young girls, trying to create safe spaces for them, and trying to empower them to tell their stories so they can go and be successful in life and not stuck where they are. It'd be really, really great to hear a little bit about the area in which Brave started, Manenberg, and what's that like, and what it's like to live in that part of Cape Town, and why a program like Brave is so necessary there. Go ahead, Audrey.
So Brave started at Red River Primary School and it's in the middle of two gang members, and basically the school don't have any fence around it. So whenever there was like shootings taking place, it will happen on the school grounds. So it was very unsafe for young people to be at school. And when India, the founder of Brave, arrived at the school to have a run with girls and boys, she got there and there was only one girl on the running crew. And it was really strange for her because there was no girls at all and just this one girl. And she asked the teacher, like, why is there only one girl? And then he explained that it wasn't safe for girls to be at school because of the gang violence and that's what's happening in the community. And then she decided to come back and have a talk with the girls on Women's Day. And when she got there, so many girls like opened up to her because there was no woman that was in the community that the girls were able to talk to about things that they've been facing at home or even at school. So when she got there, she opened up a platform for girls to start sharing these stories. And the stories were so like overwhelmed that she decided to come back and start with the project for only a month. And the project was basically the girls creating a safe space in the school grounds. And the girls created a safe space bench near the principal's office because that was the only place at school that they felt safe. And that bench was a symbol to many other girls. Whenever there was a girl sitting on the bench, it was a sign to them that something's wrong. And then they would go sit there and they would start a conversation, not basically talking about what's bothering the person, but also just having a conversation so that the person could know that there was always someone for them to talk to. And these benches got quite like well known around Cape Town, and now we have like about 60 benches all over Cape Town. And the community is also like, besides the gang violence, there's a lot of poverty going on as well. Not many of the parents like work, and it's very like tough to grow up in a community like Menenberg because there's poverty, then there's also no parents. Like for instance, some of the kids grow up with their grandparents, which makes it hard for the grandmothers to go out there and like work as well. So they have like a salary, like pension, a grant that they get from the government. It is basically not enough to cover a whole family. So many of the kids drop out of school and start looking and trying to find their own way. And what Brave does is help many young girls not fall into the same traps as many other girls has already like falling into. And I'm talking about teenage pregnancy and getting mixed with the wrong crews and stuff. So it just tries to help as many girls as possible to do something with their lives and also to show them that there's so much more than the community Menenberg.
I mean, I really appreciate you sharing that because one of the things that we love at Even Ground about what you do is, you know, combating teen pregnancy and trying to give girls a safe space to talk about violence and really come to terms with how difficult it is to live in these spaces, but to find ways to flourish despite that. You know, Kelly, can you talk to me a little bit about your experience and the work that you all have done with Brave and why it's so necessary in Menenberg?
Oh, like for me, basically, like I feel that also that Brave is the only organization that's like a girl-led. So like I feel it's important for these young girls to really be a part of these things to prevent for like getting into some trouble, you know, because like we offer these programs to the girls to also strengthen them from the things they are doing. So like also like we can like over the years, like I've been working with these girls for 2 years now, and I've seen so much growth since I started with them and how they have grown up until now. So I feel that like it's important for us to have these groups. And yeah, we are also planning on expanding our programs to other areas in our community. So yeah, it's just about having these girls to be educated and know their worth.
And thank you for that. Leanne, I'd love to hear from you. Can you talk to me a little bit about the trips that you all do and how important those are and where you've been and what it's like to commune with girls both, you know, in South Africa and from other places?
Okay. So I feel that this like the road trips and the camps and even like the day-to-day camps and even like the micro adventures that we do is very important. Firstly, because the girls in the Manenberg community only know Manenberg community. They've never been further than Cape Town. Um, and Cape Town, for example, is the most like well-known place that you would go because it's like a CBD. It's big. Everyone goes there. But when you get to these girls and you ask them, "Do you know where Cape Town is?" It's an instant no. I don't know where Cape Town is. So these road trips that we do, I feel like we basically just like escaping our reality because you packed with all this gangsterism, this violence, teenage pregnancy, rape, abuse, all these negative things going on, that you are so stuck in your bubble, like you in your comfort zone, you just know that nothing more. So by doing this, you actually get to explore and, as I said, escape your reality and seeing more to life, knowing that there's hope and that there's more to your community. And by actually meeting new girls and going to other places and finding out that you're not the only one um, for example, the abuse or dropout rates is like so sky high.
Mm.
Actually finding out that you can relate to someone else in a different place makes you feel that you're not alone, you're not going through this alone. And the most important thing to us when we do go on these trips is our sisterhood, where we like create a sisterhood and just feel so fearful speaking to other people that we just like got to know. um, so I feel like it really helps broaden like your mind and also your thinking situation. Just knowing that you don't have to live just because you live in this more to just handle it. Yeah.
Sorry, Leanne, you just broke up a little bit at the end. Can you tell me again about expanding your mind and how important that is?
So I was saying that like it broadens your mind to to not just think that Manenberg is it actually gives you hope to think that there's more in the world than just Manenberg.
Yeah, thank you for that. Fantastic. Aman, I would love to hear your perspective, on the programs that you all do and, what is it like to be a mentor to younger women who are in a place that perhaps you were in several years ago? Tell me a little bit about that journey. What's that been like for you?
It's an excellent question. Um, wow, it's been quite a journey actually. I joined Brave. It was called Rockles back then. I joined when I was in grade five, and to think of how small I was and how clueless I was, like I don't even think I knew what feminism was. I didn't like. There's so much things I never knew, and like after like I got with Brave, and I've just been growing and growing as a person and physically growing as well. And now like I am in the position where I'm the India, the new, I'm like the new India. Like no one can replace India, but like I get to be like a role model to the younger girls now. I get to be someone who I once looked up to, and it's so amazing because when you know you went through that exact experiences, the same experiences as them, and then you feel like you have so much to offer them because you know how it feels and you know what you wanted at that age, and also you can tell them stuff now that no one told you because like stuff that they wouldn't like know because people like they don't get taught these things. Some of the families, the parents, they don't get taught like they don't tell the children like what it's like out there, um, what they should be careful of, and I feel like it feels so great to just to be there for the girls, especially when they need.
And can you tell me a little bit about how you got to ALA? African Leadership Academy?
Yes. So about a few years ago, we had a road trip and we went to ALA. And at ALA, we like shadowed students there, and that was like my first impression of ALA, which was amazing. And I was so interested in like because I met so many new people there, and they were amazing. Like each student was amazing, and I just thought, wow, kids like this exist. and then and then last year, 2 years ago, sorry, I applied for something called the Ideas Festival at ALA, and I got accepted, and I went for the festival. It was a weekend. It was like a weekend festival, and it was about like African students sharing their ideas with with each other, and coming up with solutions. And we learned about empathy and how to solve problems. And I was thinking like, wow, these teachers really they're really good teachers. And at the end of the whole event, I realized that the people who were facilitating the whole event who were teaching, those were the students, and they were like first, second year students. And I was like, whoa, I need to go to this school. And yeah, so I applied to ALA, and I was very nervous because it's a really like it's a top school, and I just thought like there's gonna be so many requirements for me, and I'm gonna need to be like the smartest girl in South Africa. I don't know. And my connection to Brave really helped me, and the fact that I've done these type of things, not these type of things, but I've done things before with Brave, and I've been places, and I have experience. So I kind of know like where I'm going and what I want in life. And so it was scary to apply, and to be honest, I was doubting myself a lot. But with the help of my sisters and everyone supporting me, I was so scared. But when I found out that I got accepted, I was screaming, really.
We were all screaming.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to you, Iman. That's a fantastic opportunity. Really, really wonderful.
Thank you.
And I wanted to, ask you all, maybe Kelly, you can start and tell me a little bit about where Brave Girl is going. What are you thinking about in the future? What kinds of things do you want to do with girls now?
Okay, so like basically we like there's lots like happening and planning because like with this whole pandemic on us, like we haven't been able to see the girls as much. Like I think that like this was now our second week actually I've seen the girls, and after such a long time it was so nice like having to see these girls and be with them, and just like just to see the happy faces and how they are. And yeah, but I feel that like Brave is quite at a very growing stage now, because some of the myself already and are busy. Like India is like stepping down a bit, and then they have given us some of us the role to step in some of our leadership roles. So basically, like myself, I'll be focusing more on the admin and financing part of Brave, and Leanne will do more of programming, and Audrey will do more of donor and those things, and writing as well. But I also feel that we also want to give the other girls also these opportunities. So, like like I said, there's lots to be planned for us, but for now we are just like busy getting into our roles and just trying to get where we want to be at Brave.
Fantastic.
Can I say something?
Yeah, please, Audrey.
So,
Tell me.
Kelly mentioned that we're also working on a very brand new curriculum.
Oh,
So this new curriculum is going to be, we want it to be accessible not only to Brave facilitators, but also to other facilitators that needs to like work with young people. So this new curriculum is going to be epic because the senior leaders is working on it ourselves. And we also started partnering with CRF, which is also going to be a mental health like project that's going to be for the older girls of the organization that's going to do that. And then there's also the daring Jesus that's happening, which is going to be a group of girls that's basically going to work on the nature side of South Africa, basically learning about nature and all those things. So there's like lots of things that's going to happen in the new year. And yeah, like you can see how Brave is growing into different like directions and trying to broaden the knowledge, not only creating safe spaces and but also educating girls on different things in life. So by the end of the last year with Brave, because we're going to create phases, and when you get to grade 11, there's going to be a phase where we start helping them go into different career choices, like Aman just like went to African Leadership Academy. So there's lots of new things happening, and yeah, we just hope pray that this pandemic will end soon so that we can start getting these things rolling.
And it'd be great to hear, how has COVID affected you all? Like, what sorts of things have you done? How have you tried to support the girls that you work with in the meantime?
So I'll go. So during this time of COVID, it affected us really badly because we couldn't go out to the community and actually facilitate the workshops. And for these girls, the workshops was basically like their main priority besides the school, because they barely have someone to look up to, and we are basically, as being the mentors, they really look up to us and feel that we are their hope. So during this time of COVID, we provided these girls with care packages and food parcels, basically like the basic needs that a family needs in a home, because most families are like you either find just a single parent or the kid living with a grandma, and most of the parents actually had no work, so there was no income, there was no source of income, and we felt like that was like our priority because of the girls. So yeah, we were doing that. But as for myself personally, so I was always stuck here, and I couldn't see my family, I couldn't see friends, no one, and it was really hard. It affected me really bad emotionally. But there was nothing I could do but to stay safe. But I really, really missed the girls. But during this time, we created a so-called time capsule box where we had like virtual meetings with the girls via WhatsApp, where they basically like captured their stories every day, and at the end they had like a whole box they could reflect back to and actually saw how they progressed like during this time. So it wasn't that we didn't like do anything. So we provided them with the care packages, and we still had a so-called workshop just online. So that was really cool. Yeah.
Great. Well, look, we're running short on time. I promised I keep it a half hour, and we're sort of at that point. I just want to tell you, I really, really appreciate you speaking with me. It's really great to see all of you again. You know, we've met a couple times, and I miss being able to come to South Africa and see how you are doing, but it's really great to see that you're healthy and smiling and continue to do really, really great work with the girls that you work with. So I want to thank you for that. And, you know, I want you to know that Even Ground continues to support you, and we will continue to help in however we can, and continue the really, really fantastic work that you all are doing. With that, I will leave you all and say good afternoon. It's really early for me. But again, thank you so much. This has been really wonderful. Take care, ladies.
On behalf of the Brave team, before you go, a big, big, big thank you for taking time out to speak to us today. We really, really appreciate your time and you. And thank you for the continuous support. We really, really, really appreciate it.
It is a pleasure.
Morning. Is it good morning?
Yeah, it is. it's 8 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh, enjoy the rest of your day. Keep well and be safe.
Yeah, you too. Take care. Take care, lady.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.